I kind of jokingly said that I went to that fort to connect with my colonizing ancestors. Kind of said that as like a poke prod kind of thing, but that's not entirely sarcastic. My dad's family came into Quebec. They're French Canadian. They came over in the 1600s and settled along the St. Lawrence Seaway, one of the original settlers. They came into Canada from France. And my mother's side, I've talked about this before, I've got I think 4 of the original Mayflower passengers are in my direct lineage. Ancestors of mine. Some pretty adventurous fucking stock. But I'm not ashamed of that, and I'm really getting sick and fucking tired of being told that I should be. Our ancestors, mine in particular, but probably yours as well, if they came over here with nothing and started to settle on the fucking frontier, the shit that they endured, it's amazing. That was the predominant thought I think that I had. One of the predominant thoughts that I had outside of the history of Michilimackinac. This is 4 hours north on Lake Michigan. It's like right on the Straits of Mackinac. And over here is Lake Huron, over here is Lake Michigan, but you're up there, you're in the north. The winters there are fucking brutal. You look at what they did here. They built all of this shit by hand, and they didn't have furnaces? And they're spending the winter here? With Indians who really don't like them all that much? The tenacity, the balls of which, I don't think I can comprehend it. That is just one story. The people coming through the St. Lawrence Seaway into wilderness land, having to clear land, build a cabin with their bare frickin' hands, having to plant and hunt food. There's no roads. What are you gonna do if you gotta leave? You don't just turn around and go home from Cancun. These were some serious badasses, and I am immensely proud of that. I am immensely proud to have that in my biological rearview mirror on both sides. And I'm sick and tired of being told that I should be ashamed of it. When you're reading The Conquerors, I think it's towards the end, they're talking about how the Indians were basically waging a terrorist campaign in the frontier land, which back then would have been western Pennsylvania. So they'd ride in, and they'd kill families, they'd just butcher children, women, whatever. It was a terrorist campaign, kind of like ISIS. We want to scare you because we want you to get the fuck off our land. Can you imagine living in those conditions? And they dug their heels in. Some left. Some, yeah, fuck this, I'm out of here, I'm going to Philadelphia. But we're still here. So in the face of that, in the face of atrocities, being attacked by Indians, these were not soldiers, these were settlers, these were families with children who had built their homes, developed their own land. They stayed. That is some badassery that we cannot know. We cannot comprehend that these days. And the people who get triggered by pronoun usage, cultural appropriation, these cunts want me to be ashamed of that? I got news for you. No, I'm not. I'm pretty goddamn proud of it, actually. And I should be. You should be. We all should be. We come from badass stock. We have to remember that. I am not going to be told by some snot-nosed little college kid who gets triggered and needs an emotional support animal to wander 10 feet away from their safe space because the professor gave him an idea he didn't like. I'm not going to have that tell me to be ashamed of my badass ancestors.
How dare you!